Yeah.
Sushi jackknife. 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 Yeah.
I'm pulling up my whole Philip Valentine conversation here.
Please pull up your whole Philip Valentine. Valentine.
Phil
Vi.
Phil
Vi. He's Steve Vai's cousin. He's a bass player.
That's not true. Don't.
Welcome to Sushi Jackknife.
Hey, bonjour.
Who the fuck is Phil Valentine?
Well, you know how, and I've talked about this many times on here, how I like to hate listen to conservative talk radio.
Oh, yes, I remember that.
There's one specific person who's on when I drive home every day who mostly caters in conspiracy theories.
Oh, that?
Yeah. His name is Phil Valentine. He's here in Nashville, but syndicated nationally.
Oh, really?
Anyway, so I got in a Twitter fight with him. Because that's my new thing.
I was going to say, it seems like you're doing this more and more. There was the Negro League Baseball Hall of Fame
I'm
thing.
realizing that my threshold for nonsense has gone down. Like I don't have as high a threshold. Like I can't stomach it as much.
So how do you tolerate me every week?
Well, I mean, it's difficult. But I make it. By the grace of God, I make it.
By the grace of God and a few cups of scripture tea.
Exactly.
You get through.
No, so I turned it on just in time to hear him say, this is why half of the country voted for Hillary. They're just stupid.
Oh.
Now, I know I should just ignore these things, but instead, I tweeted, flipping through the radio and heard at Valentine Show.
Is that his Twitter handle?
That's his Twitter handle there.
Wow.
Say, all Democrats are stupid. Hooray for hateful rhetoric. Hashtag what is wrong with people. Now.
Okay, it's pretty good.
I think this speaks on the actual size of Phil Valentine's audience here.
Okay.
Because he immediately responded to me.
He did, personally.
Yeah. And the reason I know it was him is he brought it up on the show.
What?
Yeah, during the next segment.
Are you kidding? That's awesome.
So he said, keep flipping, it didn't happen. To which I said, quote, this is why half of the country voted for Hillary. They're just too stupid. You're right, I took a big leap there. And he said, and unfortunately he didn't thread his tweets, so it takes me a minute here. Yeah, you got me on that one. I assume you're one of the stupid ones.
Wow.
To which I replied, negative, I'm registered as an independent and thought both candidates were hot garbage. And he never even replied to that one.
Aww.
He just said, but of course you're assuming all the Democrats voted for Hillary. I'm just assuming those who did have no idea what's going on. To which I replied, okay, that's fair.
End of story.
Because there's no reason to keep going. But it was enough to make him, during the next segment on the show, he's reading the tweets as I got off my phone call with my wife. And I don't know what he said at the beginning about me, so maybe it was, really complimentary. Like, I got a tweet from this wonderful young man. Really, my inspiration. That's what I assume he said. But having to backpedal and say, I don't actually think all Democrats are stupid. I just think there are a lot of people who don't know the facts when they go voting. So I made him get out of his ridiculous character for 3 seconds.
Oh, yeah.
And to that, I tweeted at him, thanks a lot, Phil. A nice nice handshake and slap on the back to you.
Aw.
So we're friends now.
Now you're
I mean, we
bros.
hate each other, really.
Right.
I'm sure he still doesn't care for me, and I'm still going to hate listen to his show. But
Can I just say that Valentine show at Valentine show
Yeah.
is not the right branding for him. Like, I just want to help a little bit.
Okay.
Is it okay if I help?
Yeah, go ahead.
I mean, Valentine show to me says Delilah.
It does sound like a really nice, pleasant show.
Have you ever listened to Delilah?
I have, yeah.
Yeah. Do you think you could get in a Twitter war with Delilah?
I think that would be difficult.
She seems very centered. I mean, all she does is play love songs for lovers. Sometimes they're having problems, but they're going to get through it.
Yeah, this is more along the kind of thing that he talks about. CNN finally broke down and had to cover a story.
Valentine.
Also known as they waited until they had sources.
Yeah, that's
Instead of just going, well, Phil Valentine says.
and everything that he says is the truth. You heard
Anyway.
it here on Valentine.
So, Phil Valentine and I, we're simpatico,
That's good to know.
but I'm still gonna listen to his show.
As well you should.
Mm-hmm.
As well you should.
Just when I feel too calm, and I need to scream at something.
I wonder about your internal state. I mean, is there ever a time when you feel, you meditate, so
Yeah,
we learned that.
I'll be like driving home, and I'll be like, "Wow, sports talk radio, that's kind of boring." I feel a little relaxed because it's not football season. They don't have anything to talk about. I'm gonna change the station. No!
And then you feel normal again? Like when the rage...
I have actually. This is not made up at all.
Okay.
Alone in my car.
Okay.
While listening to the show, gone. No, that's not right. That. I have groaned out loud alone in my car while listening to it.
Well, that's wonderful. How's your week been otherwise?
No, it's good.
Yeah, pretty
Yeah.
good.
No, it's happening.
Yeah.
It's a week.
I've had some life events. I've had a few life events.
Such as?
Well, on a positive note, I finally got the air conditioning fixed in my car.
Oh, man.
This has been after the brutal summer we're having.
It's 250 degrees in Nashville today.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
250.
People might not have heard this, but they decided to put a dome over the city just to see if they could recreate the atmosphere of Venus. Mm-hmm. That's what it's like here right now.
It's fun.
What's that?
And during the winter, when it snows,
Yeah.
people like Phil Valentine will look at that and go, well, it's snowing outside and it's really cold. Global warming. Yeah, right. I don't hear
you
people
kidding?
doing that when it's, just insanely hot outside.
Right.
It's weird, right?
It's weird. It's weird. It's weird.
It's almost like seasons exist. Anyway,
How does that work?
air conditioning.
Air conditioning. So I got air conditioning. So that was I can't express to you. Because I would just get home every day and I'd be angry.
Oh, no, I
know?
understand. You remember my previous car.
Oh, yes.
1992 Ford Explorer.
Your Explorer didn't
Shout
have air
out.
conditioning, did it?
No. And I drive, I commute about 15 miles.
So, of course, it
So
takes.
it's on the highway. I was just waiting for the second to get on the highway so air could move through my
Yes.
vehicle.
Yes.
If I had to stop for any reason, I was like Phil Valentine level frustrated. I'd be stopped in traffic just going, come on, go! My phone.
Wow,
Yeah, it flashlights.
if you shake it?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't
I got
know that.
so-
You did.
I got so upset, I shook my phone to
Yes,
the
you
level the
did.
flashlight went off.
And I was surprised because I didn't know that would happen.
Yeah.
So
Well, I mean, just for like good phones.
yeah. That's
Or
shocking. though.
Whatever I have.
Yeah, whatever the thing is that you have there. So yeah, the AC got fixed, which was fucking phenomenal. Today I found out that that my dog probably has cancer.
Oh.
Yeah, he's been having some issues.
Which dog?
Jacob?
Jacob.
The Sheltie. Yeah,
Okay.
he's 10. I mean, I'm gonna take him to there's a surgical consultation to see if we should do surgery. And so we'll see what they say. I mean, he's not like in a whole lot of pain, a little discomfort right now, but he's fine mostly. He's like totally normal actually. But
this is one of those situations where it like we had this with our dog when she crushed her nerves in her spine, where it's the debate of, okay, it costs money.
Right. It does.
Like, it costs way more money than you probably should spend on a dog, but at the same time, it's a pet. It's not just like a random dog you found.
Right. You love him. And
so,
he's been a part of our life for 10 years.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Yeah. We went back and forth for a very long, I say a very long time, as long as it could possibly be before we're like, okay, we have to do it now.
Yeah, right.
So like an hour.
Yeah. So we're going to see what, we don't really know the full extent of things yet. They're not sure it's cancer, but he definitely has some like tumors, you know, in his butt. So
Butt tumor.
yeah, he's got butt tumors. Yeah. But he's a sweet dog. I mean, he doesn't know he has tumors.
No.
You know, he's a little uncomfortable, but he doesn't know he has tumors. He's fine. So that's a life event.
That is a life event.
So I had a positive and a negative. My wife's foot is doing better. That was
That's a
another
positive.
positive. So we're 2 for 1.
You need another negative to balance it out.
Oh shit, the universe is out of balance.
Yeah.
That's why I'm walking sideways today.
Too many good things.
I mean, arguably cancer is like counts for more points.
Okay, so that's too bad.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I think so.
I'll take it.
Also in dog world this week, so I've been keeping, but just for the last couple days, a friend's dog while they were out of town. And my dog, my other dog, Amber, the aggressive pit bull one. Yeah, she's a sweetheart most of the time, but she does not like other dogs. She'll look a baby in the face to taste it before she kills it. But no, she really does like babies. But like other dogs, no.
She's a big fan of my crotch.
She loves your balls.
That just beeline to them every single time I walk in the door.
You've often heard her referred to on this show as podcast dog.
Podcast dog,
She's podcast dog. So Amber doesn't do great with other dogs, but I wanted to help my friend out. So I took her dog for a couple days. And everything's been fine, except that like none of them can all be in the same place at the same time. So this morning I told Jen, I was like, I feel like I'm playing dog Legos. Like all the time, like I'm like, okay, or maybe dog Tetris is better because it's like, okay, this dog will kill this dog, so that dog has to go here. Chunk. This dog can interact with this dog, but is not feeling well and will steal her food. You go over here, chunk. This dog's really nervous because she doesn't know who these other dogs are,
right,
or who I am. So I'm gonna put that dog somewhere else. Oh, ceiling. That's where I'm putting that dog. So yeah, I'm building a tower of dogs.
There you go.
It's been mentally challenging for me, to be completely honest with you.
We also have an extra dog at our house.
Oh, do you have Sophie right now?
We have Sophie. So we have a miniature dachshund.
Yes.
And then we have a standard dachshund at the house as well.
Yes.
We do not have that problem because they don't like each other. Mm-hmm. And so they just lay on opposite sides of couches.
That is cute.
Like they just don't associate with each other.
That is so cute, though.
It's, one of them will walk over, the other one will get up and kind of move away, and then, go settle away from them for a little bit, and then they'll shuffle in 10 minutes when the other one comes back.
That would be what a dachshund would do.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had a dachshund growing up who hated me. That dog hated me. She was a sweet dog. I loved her, but she had good reasons to hate me.
I will say, I'm really jealous of Sophie, like of a dog like Sophie right now, because Charlie, our dog, does not like our child.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Like, she's not going to do anything.
Yeah.
But our child thinks petting is done like this, just with a lot of force.
Right. Hard enough to turn your flashlight on.
Yeah. And Charlie does not agree.
Yeah. The one with nerve damage.
Right.
That dog.
She's not a fan. But Sophie, like this evening, my child was on the couch with Sophie. And went and just laid on Sophie and started petting her on the head. And she just nonchalantly
She took
laid
it?
there. Yeah, like no big deal. I mean, she does come from a 3-child house.
She does. Yeah,
So-
she's very used to children.
So this one, like just one kid hitting her, it's probably just like, yeah, okay. Just don't bring 2 more, okay?
That's it. That's exactly right. That's exactly. Yeah, just hey, one I can hit. This one's not even moving.
Yeah.
like this is like a younger baby than a lot of other babies.
If I need to, I can just take 2 steps away.
right.
And it's going to take him a second to get to me, so I'm good. Like
He'll get there, but not as quickly as the 5-year-old.
Right.
Yeah.
He almost was like gouging her eye out at one point because he's, grabbing at her face, and she just closes her eyes and just lays there. Just lets it happen.
That's fun. That's fun.
So,
Interesting.
to our friends who are trusting us with their dog, I'm doing my best to protect your dog's eyes.
In case you're listening.
I try.
Yeah. I'm doing everything I can do here.
Yeah, I mean, I have very little control. I mean, he moves now. Our child moves.
Yeah.
Like everywhere.
He's getting around.
So he's behind on a lot of things, and moving was one of them. And that was the one thing I was super happy about him being behind on. And now he's catching up and he wants to crawl on everything.
Yeah.
We're starting to baby-proof things.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I have some very choice words for our lazy Susan in the kitchen every morning.
That's just the lady you have that lives in your house, right?
Yeah.
She doesn't do a lot.
She's very lazy.
Her name's Susan.
I try to open
She
it.
rotates.
For some reason, every other cabinet, I remember that there's something keeping it shut. The lazy Susan, every morning, it's every morning.
I've got a backwards lazy Susan. The door doesn't work right. You've seen this in my
Yeah,
house,
I've seen
right?
it. I'm
I
familiar.
don't know how to fix it. I can't fathom how it works. There are things that I don't understand, Nathan. At dinner tonight, Jen and I got into this thing where we were quizzing each other.
About lazy Susans?
Well,
You guys have weird pastimes.
it was more like Trivial Pursuit. It grew out of a conversation where Holden, our son, was like, look, we were at a Mexican restaurant, La Hacienda.
Spanish for the hacienda.
Yeah, that's right. Where President Obama once got takeout.
Yeah.
And now they have a presidential combo on the menu.
What was it?
It's 2 flautas
Okay.
and two I think they're flour tacos, 2 beef flour tacos and 2 flautas, either chicken or beef.
He would.
He could go either way.
That's
Flautas.
not a great order.
It's a pretty good order.
I would expect
It's kind of all
better.
samey.
Yeah.
Samey.
I would expect better from Barack.
I mean, he probably washed it down with a Miller Lite. Wasn't that his choice of beer?
Something like that. Also not great.
The main thing that's great about Obama is that he smoked the entire time he was in the White House. He's a smoker. Yeah. What if we had like LBJ was probably the last smoker we had in the White House or something.
Clinton was smoking all sorts of stuff.
Not that you could buy in a pack. Yeah. So we were.
Bush definitely wasn't, though.
Oh yeah, Bush probably did. Actually, yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I bet Bush didn't.
No, he had moved on to opioids by that point.
Yeah. He just is an opioid guy. He's coke and smoking and all that went out the window in his 20s.
It's more convenient to
30s.
swallow it with some orange juice in the morning while Dick Cheney rubs your feet. That doesn't work that way. It's definitely the opposite way.
Yeah. Dick Cheney gave it to him as a reward for rubbing his feet.
Now go paint. Go paint. The people will like it.
I wonder if he's painted a portrait of Dick Cheney.
You mean when
And
it's not nude?
I wonder if he's painted a portrait, and if you look at it, if you can see the evil in his eyes. Like if he captured
No. It's the evil in his eyes, but there's a reflection of W in Cheney's eyes. So it's a painting inside a painting. You can see him with his easel. Yeah.
It's a self-portrait, and he's making just a shocked and terrified face, and
That's the one painting in Bush's gallery at his home that has a shroud over it, and it's centered among all the many portraits of Michelle Obama.
Just dozens of portraits. Of her.
That room is only accessible by key code and iris scan, so that his wife never finds it.
Oh, Laura's probably okay with it.
You think so?
Yeah.
Laura's banging dudes, right?
I'm sure.
Lots and lots of dudes.
What kind of rumor are we starting here?
Right, I know, right? Like,
Anyway, so W and Laura are swingers.
you know, it really wouldn't surprise me. The more I sit and think about it, this is an odd conversation, but yeah.
Out of the presidents in modern era.
All right, let's do this.
What couple would you think is most likely to be swinging?
The Clintons. 100%.
See, it's a toss-up between the Reagans and the Clintons to me.
The Reagans.
I can see the Reagans.
Yeah.
Because everyone talks about them and their family values and stuff, but they had some weird stuff going on.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
Fortune teller in the White House.
Yeah, that's weird stuff.
Oh, yeah. No, I think they're more of an orgy candidate for me.
Okay.
Don't you think?
Yeah,
Do you
I see
think?
that.
Yeah, masks.
Free love type of thing.
Kind of a eyes wide shut
Yeah.
situation, you know. I don't know if Nancy was getting in on that. I mean, she was probably, doing tarot or something while it was going on.
She only got into it if her tarot cards told her it was okay.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
We've had tarot readings. We know how that goes.
She would go have her tarot reading and be like, okay, I got the go-ahead, and come back and it's already over.
Yeah.
Because it was a long tarot reading.
And just a bunch of dudes.
Yeah.
So I finished quickly. But every time you have a presidential orgy, though, the fun thing to do is that everyone gets ex-president masks. So you don't know who.
That's true.
You don't know who's who.
You just refer to them like, it was Nixon. And oddly enough, it's always Nixon in the Nixon mask.
Nixon. Yeah. Yeah.
It was always him.
Yeah. Being penetrated.
Yeah.
Why did I have to say that? I don't know why I had to say that, but I had to say it.
This has taken a weird turn.
Very strange turn. If you want to read stuff like this, go read a series by a guy named Jonathan Hickman. It's a comic book series called The Manhattan Projects, which is like an alternate history of the Manhattan Project where they were doing a bunch of crazy shit. Including like, like Masonic temple ceremonies overseen by Truman. It's pretty interesting.
That's fun.
Yeah, and like a disembodied head of FDR that they keep alive by like mounting it in a computer.
Well, that sounds right.
And an evil Einstein from an alternate dimension. And what else? A evil twin of Robert Oppenheimer who kills his brother years ago and takes his place. Yeah,
wow,
it's pretty deep and dope. Actually, I want to read that shit again.
Wow.
That shit is good. There's a lot of it.
That's probably not a right now thing for you to do, though.
Like right now?
Right now, yeah.
I mean,
we're in the middle of it.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
We were getting to something there.
We derailed really quickly.
Lots of derailments.
Mexican food.
Matt, thank you.
All the way back to Mexican food. Oh my God.
Catch your breath, guys. Whew. I just saw my life flash before my eyes. So we're eating Mexican food, and you know how sometimes they have those Aztec like suns on the wall?
Yeah.
And Holden is looking at them and being like, that's the sun, that's the earth, and that's what did he call it? Marvis. That's Marvis.
Marvis?
Because I'd been talking to him about Mars.
Uh-huh.
So he's like, that's Marvis. That's Marvis. And then Jen's eating. And I don't make fun of my wife a lot on the show, so I'm not a dick. But she goes, yeah, that's the second planet from the sun. And I was like, honey? She's like, what? And I'm like, okay, Mars is not the...
To be fair to your wife.
Okay.
Marvis isn't a planet at all.
You're right.
So...
That we know him.
So the order that she put it in this fictional solar system where there's a Marvis...
Right.
I mean, it's really irrelevant.
Can we... It's Mars's, kind of duncy brother, Marvis.
Not quite as far
Hello!
Oh, hey there! I'm Marvis!
Hey, Mars! Mars is like, I'm hanging out with my buddy Earth and my man Squeeze Venus over here. Get the fuck out. Mars is cool.
Yeah.
Mars is like in a lowrider. chilling.
Mars is like the cool kid that found like a penthouse in the woods.
Yeah.
And so all the other kids are like, Mars is cool.
I like Mars.
But Marvis
Marvis is
Marvis is just a dope.
Marvis is dope. So she doesn't know the order of the planets.
Does she? Did she never learn any of the mnemonic devices for it?
I don't even know the mnemonic devices. I just have it memorized. What are the mnemonic devices for this?
Hold on. I'm trying. I can't remember how it was. My
Vagina.
My vagina eats
men. Do we put asteroid belt in there or no? My vagina eats men.
I have to look it up.
Just soon underneath Pluto. No, that doesn't really work all that well.
Well, and it's
not vagina, right? Am I misremembering?
Here we go. My very educated mother just served us 9 pizzas.
Oh, there you go.
Except
there's 8 pizzas.
There's not a pizza anymore.
No,
so
there's
now
no
it's
more
just
pizza.
my very educated mother just served us 9.
That makes more sense to me somehow. It seems like code.
Just served us 9.
Can we make one where there's genital words in it?
I mean, that's a lot of. How many genital words do you know?
A few.
mean-
Marvis.
I had to go get my Marvis checked out.
Nah, it's not looking great.
It's got growth on my Marvis.
It's getting a moon. So Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, asteroid belt.
That's not in the acronym, actually, though.
Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus. I said it like that. Neptune
Uranus.
and Pluto. And then Planet X.
But not Pluto.
What about Planet X? The extreme planet,
Yeah, it's not.
where all the BMX bikers go.
They really need to replace Pluto with Planet
X.
X. But I don't know an X word that fits into that acronym very well.
Xylophone. It's the only X word I know.
Just served us 9 xylophones.
Yeah, that works. I like it. Bing,
All right.
bing, 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 bing,
Whatever happened with the Planet X thing?
You know,
It was
I don't
all
know.
the rage
It
for
was.
a little bit, and then Neil deGrasse Tyson demoted Pluto
He did.
all by himself,
Single-handedly.
and now no one cares about Planet X. I'm sure Planet X thought Pluto's gone. Now's my time to shine,
Here I go.
and everyone went meh.
Planet X was going, here I go again on my own.
Everyone just went, it ends at Neptune now. We're done.
Join the solar system as an unknown. We're going to rewrite this shit. Yeah. Like a celestial body, I was born to spin alone.
You're like Weird Al.
Yeah.
If Weird Al was a middle school science teacher.
Beard Owl. Just Beard Owl.
Weird Al.
Beard Owl.
That's Mr. Yankovic right there. Mr. Yankovic!
It's Dr. Yankovic to you. I'm teacher of the year. My biology teacher in 10th grade was teacher of the year for my state,
Wow.
which meant that he was, like the 100th best teacher in another state or something.
Now, is
I
that
grew up in
over
drill.
all the subjects?
Yeah, that's a cross subjects.
Because I was going to say being the teacher of the year in science
Yeah.
in Georgia, like that's not even, that's just like you have a mild grasp of science.
He was the only one not teaching the Old Testament in science class. Yeah.
Like, this guy seems to know what
Right.
science is.
He used to say, visually acquire me. Focus in.
Interesting.
I still say that to this day. I look at my child and say, visually acquire me. And he goes, huh?
That's the correct reaction to that.
Yeah. It's odd. Tell me about Scaramucci.
Oh.
Tell me about
Scaramucci?
Scaramucci.
Okay.
Who the fuck is this guy?
So you remember him last week.
A little bit.
Sean Spicer,
Yep.
gone.
Hey, how'd your girl do? Not good.
No.
She did not do well.
No.
Nebraska Roy sent me a link.
It's not good. It's not great. But she looks like a genius compared to Anthony Scaramucci.
Okay.
So this is out today. This is pretty close to breaking news. And I'm warning you that the words that I'm going to use in Anthony Scaramucci's quotes are direct quotes.
Okay.
I'm not saying them. I'm just reading what he said to The New Yorker.
Okay. The New Yorker.
He called a reporter from The New Yorker and said, and these are the 12 craziest quotes in order based on CNN.
Oh, I like it.
Okay, so these are the following actual things he said. The lie detector starts. He broke off this thought without finishing it amid a broader rant about how leakers had broken the law.
Interesting.
So, the lie detector starts, ... We're done with that sentence. That's the end of that.
Wait, no one was on a lie detector at the time?
No.
I'm very confused
No, he's
already.
just on a phone call talking to a reporter. That's number 12 out of the 12 craziest things he said to this reporter.
All right.
Okay. This is number 11. Okay. The Mooch showed up a week ago. This is the voice I feel like you have to read this in. The Mooch showed up a week ago. This is going to get cleaned up very shortly, okay? Talking about leakers.
The Mooch?
The Mooch. He calls himself the Mooch
my
to
God.
New Yorker reporters.
Why is everybody from the 80s why is everybody coked
Hey!
up?
The Mooch is here, okay?
Mr. Trump, the Mooch has got it. Don't worry. Remember that time? Remember that time with the bodies, Mr. Trump? In Moscow?
So number 10 here.
The urine.
This is how Scaramucci ended his conversation
Okay.
with the New Yorker reporter.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, let me go though, because I've got to start tweeting some shit to make this guy crazy. It was
And that is strategy.
yeah.
Strategy.
He then sent a tweet about leaking his financial disclosure, a tweet in which he tagged Reince Priebus.
Oh, my God.
Reince Priebus will come back up. We're
Yeah,
not done
We're
with
not done
Reince
with Reince
here.
Priebus.
Number 9. I've done nothing wrong on my financial disclosures, so they're going to have to go fuck themselves.
Awesome. Okay. Not enough people are telling people to go fuck themselves in government.
This is the person who's supposed to come and keep us from getting distracted from Trump's main message.
Right.
That's his strategy.
There you go.
Number 8.
I got some tweets. This guy crazy.
And I'll remind you, this is a quote. Reince Priebus, if you want to leak something, he'll be asked to resign very shortly. Oh?
Whoa.
Breaking news?
Wow.
Reince Priebus is gone? Don't know.
Don't know if that's
Hasn't
true.
happened yet.
Yeah.
Number 7 is a tie between 3 quotes, according to this CNN writer.
Okay.
What I'm going to do is I will eliminate everyone in the communications team and we'll start over. I'm going to fire every one of them, and then you haven't protected anybody, so the entire place will be fired over the next 2 weeks. They'll all be fired by me. I fired one guy the other day. I have 3 to 4 people I'll fire tomorrow.
Oh, my God. What a maniac.
So,
Holy shit.
if you work for Scaramucci,
And you're listening to this.
I don't know if you have a LinkedIn profile. Now would be a good time to go look into what it is.
Maybe you should have accepted my request, you fuck.
So now we've jumped up to 4 because that was 3 of them there.
Okay.
You're an American citizen. This is a major catastrophe for the American country. So I'm asking you as an American patriot to give me a sense of who leaked it.
Wow.
Asking the guy, obviously, for a leaker's name. Not going to happen. Number 3, and this is where things get interesting here.
Okay. All right.
What I want to do is I want to fucking kill all the leakers.
Oh my
And I
God.
want to get the president's agenda on track so we can succeed for the American people.
Jesus Christ.
All right. So, and as the CNN reporter points out, and this is a perfect analysis of this statement, the plan is 1, we kill everyone who leaked anything. 2, we succeed for the American people. 3, we resign in glory.
Wow.
Number 2.
Wow. Fuck.
I'm not Steve Bannon. Why would he not be Steve Bannon? I'll let you guess.
Because he's not Steve Bannon?
Yeah, I mean, just any reason he would be different than Steve Bannon.
There's multiple Steve Bannons, and you might inhabit one of them at any given time.
I'm not Steve Bannon. I'm not trying to suck my own cock.
I might die. I might die.
So we apparently know now how Steve Bannon spends his days in the White House.
On his back,
Just trying.
curled up.
Just trying.
That's why he was at the hospital. He was getting that rib removed. Remember all those rumors about Marilyn Manson when we were kids?
Oh, yeah.
It's like, he got a rib out so he could suck his own dick. I'm like, good for him. That's awesome.
Cool.
Yeah, like, that's fucking hardcore. Like, I mean,
Can you imagine?
you become self-sufficient.
Because someone had to have at some point heard that rumor and went, I'm going to do that too. Can you imagine the doctor that took that consultation?
Yeah, yeah. The kid's like, I can...
Now, you're wanting to do what?
I remember listening to Loveline. I still can't believe this is on the fucking radio.
Yeah.
And when I was a teenager, late at night, and someone just outright asked a question about like getting a plunger stuck up their ass. It's like maybe don't stick a plunger up your ass. Like,
I think we've all been there.
a couple times,
Yeah.
but it always came out fine in the end. Whoa! That was almost British. Yes.
Number 1.
Oh my! That wasn't number 1.
That was number 2.
Oh my god! I thought that was number 1.
I told you Rinse comes back up.
Okay.
Number 1. Rinse is a fucking paranoid schizophrenic. A paranoiac. Let me leak the fucking thing and see if I can cockblock these people the way I cockblocked Scaramucci for 6 months. So, to any public official out there who has thought, I need to hire a communications director, I bet the person who led a hedge fund would be really good at that. They're not.
The Mooch communicates like nobody else.
Look, you don't mess with the Mooch, okay? I want
Steve Bannon trying to suck his own dick.
I want him to fire Sarah Huckabee Sanders because I would watch so much of those press conferences.
Oh yeah.
It
If he had to do them?
It's like the Hindenburg
Yeah.
every single time if he's in charge.
So Nebraska Roy sent me this. This is White House reporter yells at Sarah Huckabee Sanders.
Named sources, use stories without sources, have, you mentioned the Scaramucci story where they had to have reporters resign.
Come on, you're inflaming everybody right here, right now with those words. This administration has done that as well. Why in the name of heavens? Any one of us, right, are replaceable, and any one of us, if we don't get it right, the audience has the opportunity to turn the channel or not read us.
I think
You have been elected to serve for 4 years at least. There's no option other than that. We're here to ask you questions.
Right.
You're here to provide the answers. And what you just did is inflammatory to people all over the country who look at it and say, see, once again, the president's right and everybody else out here is fake media. And everybody in this room is only trying to do their job.
Well, I disagree completely. First of all, I think if anything has been inflamed, it's the dishonesty that often takes place by the news media. And I think it is outrageous for you to accuse me of inflaming a story when I was simply trying to respond to his question. Kevin.
Thank you, Sarah. I just rapid fire because
That's the most I've heard the word inflamed outside of references to hemorrhoids.
That's what I was gonna say. I know, right? I know. I mean, he was mansplaining a little bit. Don't you think?
Yeah.
Don't you think he was mansplaining?
A little.
He was mansplaining a little bit, but to her credit, she waffled,
Yeah.
but she didn't explode.
Yeah.
She didn't turn red.
She didn't spice out.
She did. Wow, that's good. Spice World.
But maybe she should have. I mean,
is
Mooch is on the warpath.
He's on the warpath.
You don't want to look weak.
She needs to get up there and say fuck and cock block and all kinds of stuff.
The Mooch was watching that and went, "That reporter, he handles his stuff well.
I'm going to hire that guy.
I like him. All you, get out. That guy's my new guy."
Sarah, what the fuck is this fuchsia you're wearing? What the fuck is that shit?
I don't know.
Pearls? You can wear pearls when you fucking succeed.
It's just, I think we can all agree after hearing those quotes that was just locker room talk.
Oh my God.
just a little locker room talk, over the phone with a reporter.
Yeah, to the world.
All you have to do is say, "This isn't on the record," and it's not on the record.
It's not on the fucking
It's
record.
not hard.
He doesn't know how to not say that it's not on the record.
And the thing that blows my mind is, this isn't a leaked tape.
No.
Or something someone overheard.
No.
He dialed a phone. He held his phone in his hand. I'm assuming he doesn't have the number programmed in. So he hit the numbers himself, or had someone else do it for him. He's an important person. Then took the phone and went, "Hey, are you that reporter from the New Yorker? I got some things to say to you." And then just said them all. It was a fully thought out decision on his part.
Fully thought out.
There are so many points in there where you can go, "Wait a second. I'm about to do something that's not a good idea."
Yeah. It's true. It's true.
But there's no U-turns for the Mooch.
No U-turns.
No U-turns.
No
Once the
U-turns.
Mooch starts going, he goes.
On the other hand, did you see John McCain this week?
Yeah.
I mean, in the middle of this healthcare debacle, right?
Well, okay. Can I defend John McCain for a minute?
You can. I mean, we've done it several times, yeah.
Well, I know. I feel bad for John McCain. So, John McCain, as we talked about last week, had a brain tumor that they removed. Very serious brain tumor. And he traveled cross-country to vote on whether there should be a debate for the healthcare bill.
This is correct, yeah.
Yeah. Voted yes. So, John McCain votes yes. And all of the liberal world freaks out.
Did they?
Yeah,
I didn't even
people
notice.
were all over him about
I
this.
didn't hear them.
Saying, "Oh, John McCain, he doesn't care about sick people, blah, blah, blah." Like, I heard people start bringing up his, which this is wildly irrelevant, and also, I think not great, like, just fact-finding, his anti-gay agenda, which I really don't think he cares. He was the first one this week to release a statement saying, "Hey, transgendered people in the military, fine.
Yeah.
I don't care."
Oh, good. He did do that. That's good. That's good.
And so everyone jumped on him on that side for that.
Right.
Because he voted to hear the debate. Now, in my mind, I think hearing a debate on it is fine. If someone's presenting it, fine. Let's debate it. I don't think it's going to win. It's a bad idea.
Yeah.
So then all the Republicans hated him because he voted against all the bills.
Right. Right.
No one loves John McCain anymore except me.
No, I like him too. I mean,
And his daughter, Megan.
she is great.
And probably his wife,
Hopefully,
who also has a name.
that we don't know.
Mrs. McCain.
There you go. Here's a little bit.
Is recognized.
He gave
Mr.
a
President,
rousing
I've
speech.
stood in this place many times and addressed as president many presiding officers. I've been so addressed when I've sat in that chair, and that's as close
I won't
as
play it
I'll
all.
ever be to
It's
a
long.
presidency. But anyway,
Oh, did you hear that joke?
Oh, he's
It's
always
as close
cracking
as I'll
wise.
ever be to a presidency.
different too, isn't it? In truth, presiding over the Senate can be a nuisance, a bit of ceremonial bore, and it is usually relegated to the more junior members of the majority. I stand here today looking a little worse for wear, I'm sure, I have a refreshed appreciation for the protocols and customs of this body and for the other 99 privileged souls who've been elected to this Senate.
So right out of the box, he's funny. He's saying, hey, like, the way we used to do stuff, where we weren't trying to, like, jam shit through and have little secret meetings all over the place. Like, we did things in committees the way we were supposed to do things.
And
that was a good idea.
it's good. People need to, whether you agree with his politics, I still stand by this statement.
Oh, absolutely.
We need more people like him.
We do, in government.
On both sides.
Absolutely.
With very different viewpoints.
He's almost an independent. He really is.
He is.
Here's just the end.
In helping keep America the strong, aspiring, inspirational beacon of liberty and defender of the dignity of all human beings and their right to freedom and equal justice.
Yeah.
That is the cause that binds us and is so much more powerful and worthy than the small differences that divide us.
Yeah.
What a great honor and extraordinary opportunity it is to serve in this body. It's a privilege to serve with all of you. I mean it. Many of you have reached out in the last few days with your concern and your prayers, and it means a lot to me. It really does. I've had so many people say such nice things about me recently that I think some of you must have me confused with someone else.
I mean, come on. Come on, this guy. You know, if the world hadn't forced me into a choice between him and one Barack Hussein Obama, who I dearly love, some years ago, and if there hadn't been another person involved there, she will go unnamed. He might have got me. He really might have.
Whoever recommended
Yeah, I know.
Palin.
I know. It's just misguided.
Well, and here was his biggest issue when he ran for president.
Yeah.
He decided he was going to run for president. And then he decided, because I'm running for president, I need to be super Republican.
Right. That was his biggest mistake.
Because before that, he was very moderate on everything.
He should have
At
stayed
one
that
point,
way.
he was pro-choice.
Yeah. Yeah. It's awesome.
And then he's like, no way, I want to be president. I mean, not really that anymore, you know.
Right. Yeah, and I think that's a real shame about our whole fucking system, is that people feel like they have to do that. They have to force themselves into a box.
You have to be jammed into one category if you're going to win.
It's really silly.
If you're outside of that category, you either don't win or you're Donald Trump.
Right. I was going to bring that up.
Somehow that slides by. If you are able to trick enough people,
Right.
then next thing you know, you got the Mooch doing your communications.
the Mooch.
The Mooch.
The Mooch. The Mooch is on fire.
Yeah, I was very annoyed when people all jumped on John McCain on both sides, because he's just trying to get something done.
He is.
You have to get it done.
He is. He's trying to do something.
And if I were in the Senate, even as a Democrat, I probably would have voted to hear the debate.
Yeah, just to hear
I
the
would like
debate.
to hear their point of view, and they can express it, and then we will rebuttal with, "That's stupid. You're being an idiot.
Well, again,
Shut up, Ted Cruz. Sit down."
Again, it's a return to what I think he's calling for, which is like the normal way that we do things. You know what I mean?
Both sides need to be represented.
Right.
They need to discuss things.
Yes.
You can't just go, well, we've got the majority now, so now we can do things.
Fucks you.
Or we don't have the majority, so we have to keep everything from happening.
Right.
Now, I mean, with that said, Democrats, go ahead, keep things from
Yeah,
happening.
please.
Because
for
the
love
things
of
they're
God.
trying to get to
It's
happen are bad.
Bad things.
Not great
Bad
things.
things. Yeah.
They're not like neutral things that you're just being picky on.
Very bad things.
Yeah. I'm really interested to see what happens with this transgender military thing.
Yeah, it's
because everyone at this point is like, wait, where did that come from?
It came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's deplorable. Mm-hmm. The thing I gotta tell you, and those issues are something that I care about. I don't know what it is, but for some reason I get really worked up over those issues, over LGBTQ
Right.
issues, because it just doesn't make sense to me why there should be any exclusion because of any of those issues. You know,
It doesn't make sense.
it doesn't make sense. So, not to mention like acceptance and all that great, all that stuff. But just like on the basis of it, just doesn't make any sense.
If you're going to look at it in a pragmatic way,
Right.
which is theoretically what the Republicans do, theoretically.
Yeah.
If someone wants to volunteer to be in the fine.
Yes, exactly. That's exactly my point.
Are you going to reject people
Right.
who want to
get shot at?
I'm not going to do
Right.
it.
Well, okay. So but my first reaction when I heard that.
Well, first,
go. Yeah, please.
is for those who don't know, Donald Trump randomly tweeted one day ago, and I quote,
Thank you.
"After consultation with my generals and military experts, no consultation was had.
There was none.
Please be advised that the United States government will not accept or allow transgender individuals to serve in any capacity in the U.S. military. Our military must be focused on decisive and overwhelming victory and cannot be burdened with the tremendous medical cost and disruption that transgender in the military would entail." Thank you.
Neither of those things are true. First of all, okay, so my initial reaction, I think just because I'm seasoned in this Trump bullshit now, is he just tweeted some shit. It doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
Like, it's deplorable, but is anything really going to happen? Probably not. Guess what happened? One of the generals today, I think it was, or maybe yesterday, said, yeah, we're not going to act on that until we get an order to act on that. We're not doing anything.
That the official tweet came through.
Right. Yeah, because that's policy at this point, right? So, yeah, and obviously he had no consultation because the general was saying, and it might have been Matt, I'm not sure if it was Mattis or McMaster or whoever it was, is saying, like, no.
Well, there have been a lot. I mean, there have been many generals in different positions who are like, no one talked to us about this.
Right.
I'm assuming he talked to one person.
Yeah, exactly.
And they went, they shouldn't be there. And he went, cool.
All right, yeah.
I think you're right. Let me tweet that, make that a law.
You want to come to Mar-a-Lago this weekend? Me and the Mooch are going down there.
Hey, Mooch.
We
going golf? We going golf?
This guy. So yeah, I mean it's very upsetting, and I hope it doesn't actually happen. If it does actually happen, it's gonna be a fucking shame. I watched a thing, I think it was on the New York Times website a while back, about a couple, a soldier, a trans man, and his girlfriend, who's a trans woman, right? She worked in some sort of administrative capacity in the Army, and he was a soldier. And it was interesting because, I guess because the Army has this male bent to it, obviously, right? He had no problems. He told his superior officer everything, blah, blah, blah. No issues. She, on the other hand, a fuckload of issues. Yeah. Like, he was getting all of his stuff more or less paid for, was told that he could wear the clothes and everything that he would expect to wear being male, right? She, on the other hand, was just enduring like hardship after hardship. And I thought that was really interesting, just how it's like, yeah, we're fine as long as you want to be a dude. Right. It's just,
I will say I have not looked up the facts to back what I'm about to say up, but I read this from, it was a comment from someone on Twitter, and I'm assuming it's probably true because this just sounds like the thing that would be true.
Right.
They're ranting and raving about the cost of stuff like that.
Right. Well, like sexual reassignment surgery, I guess is what they're talking about.
And hormones.
And hormones. But hormones, I don't think are terribly expensive. I don't think. Maybe I don't know.
We're getting there.
Okay.
The Army also covers the cost of, like, ED medication.
ED? Erectile dysfunction. Oh.
And that's more expensive. Like, they spend more money on that than they do any sort of hormones or surgery.
Yeah.
If you're going to... Here's the rule I'm going to make.
Right.
If you want to, as a Republican...
Yeah.
Decide this is an optional thing.
Right.
And you're not going to pay for the optional thing.
Right.
Okay. I will let you have that if you make all optional things go away.
Right.
you can't have your boner pills.
That's right. That's right. That's right. If I want to be a lady,
Yeah.
and I need estrogen and something to block testosterone, I think. You can't. If you can have your boner pills, I can have that.
If your argument is that's not natural, you know what else isn't natural? Viagra.
Your dick doesn't work anymore, bro. I'm sorry. It's done.
I don't think the cavemen were popping a Viagra when they got old. First off, they weren't getting old, but that's a whole nother.
Maybe if you had exercised a little once in your life, maybe your dick would still work. I don't know if this. I doubt those two things are related at all. I'm just being an asshole.
It just
erectile dysfunction affects people, and I'm sorry. That would suck.
Well, and yeah, it does. It does suck, but
double standard.
It's more. I mean, it's like beyond double standard.
Quad
it's
standard.
insane.
Yeah.
It's just no that's unnatural and optional.
Right.
Now, I kind of need a blue pill.
Can I?
A little blue pill.
Yeah.
A little blue pill.
Slip it in my.
Those things you gave Bannon, so he could try it. You know how Bannon does it.
Sushi jackknife.
Yeah, sushi jackknife.
Yeah.
We apparently know now how Steve Bannon spends his days in the White House.